Well, let's see how much I can do with one hand. It's not finished yet, but it's pretty good. Let's see. All the file work. Of course, this is all prior to cleanup and polish. Ring was brazed on here, and that was a lot of file work. It is directional, by the way. The piece is pinned on. It's pretty common in clockwork. And on a production knife, this whole thing would be one forging, but on a bespoke piece, you have to make the individual components, and so you would pin them together. I don't have any decorative filing on the ferrules yet. They're just pushed on. Fitting these up finally took some work. The brass wire, I don't know if you can see it, it's kind of two-toned, and that is because there's a little bit of lacquer on the wire that I didn't realize. So when I went to polish it, all of the, let's see, yeah, this looks pretty good. All of the twisted pairs to make the herringbones buffed out into a pretty bronze color, but the spacer wire in between the herringbones is still gold because of the lacquer on the wire. I might leave it. It'll come off eventually. Just going to push against this. And it's tight enough that it holds together like that. And that holds on too. It's tight enough. So, fit up's pretty good. This is the beginning of the sheath that I just whittled the pocket knife at quiet hours. Okay. So it can come out. And I've knocked my hilt apart. Oh well. Anyway, it holds onto the blade pretty good. So sheath fit up is pretty good. Or scabbard, I suppose. Scabbard. It's rigid. That makes it a scabbard, not a sheath. So, that's where we are. Pretty good. It needs a pommel button on top of here. I don't know if you could see. There's not an awful lot of tang out the end of the pommel. I guess my tang was shorter than I thought it was going to be. Or maybe I made my ricasso like a fraction of an inch longer. But let's get this on here. Okay. So I've got my cross on the wrong way. So there's like, what, almost an eighth there, almost a quarter inch here. So I have about 3/16 of an inch. No, 5/16, about 5/16 of an inch of tang between all of the space once I get it tight. But that's not enough for a big tall pommel button. But they made lower profile ones, so that's probably what it's got to be. The original pommel button I made was way too tall, way too big, so I had to make another one anyway. But yeah, it's pretty good. Inside of this was fun. Let's see if I can get a picture. Yeah. So all of this was scraped. The little scraper. Just go in here and it's hard one-handed. Like that. And you square out all your edges. I initially heated up the tang. Well, actually, initially I drilled a hole and then heated the tang and burned it on most of the way. But charcoal does not make a good knife handle. So what you have to do is then go in and scrape afterwards to clean that out and get good wood. And you can see like in the middle on the bottom there, that darkness is still a little bit of char. There's a little bit of char in the middle. Not a lot, but it's obviously good wood, but it's been exposed to heat. So you get a good fit up there. And then you can go ahead and bed the handle onto the blade using jeweler's pitch. Not jeweler's pitch, cutler's pitch. Cutler's, knife maker's pitch. Stick it on there. And you have a good seat, and you don't ever get any rattle on the hilt is more common, but you can get rid of that too. This isn't quite as tight as I wanted. This way is looser. I think for the final fit up I might actually put the cross on the other direction that didn't go down all the way and pound it on. In fact, I think I will do that. I'll have a nice tight fit in that direction. Then get a tight fit with the handle, and then finally the pommel, which dropped. Get the pommel nut made up and put it together. Whew, that's where we are. There's no way the scabbard is going to be done for Kingdom ANS. I've only have a couple of more nights before Kingdom ANS, but I should have it for Penzik. And that'll be nice. I can wear it. These things were, yeah, they were weapons, obviously, but that wasn't really what they were. This was like military aristocratic man jewelry is what this was. So they were intended to be beautiful art objects. So to be a proper recreation, it has to be a beautiful piece of military art. So that's what it's going to be. Still a lot more work, but the end is in sight. Night, everybody.